Yo, peace. What's good? It's your brother God Science, man. I'm up in here once again. Shout out to all y'all for watching the video, subscribing. Really appreciate y'all for that. Wanted to make a quick video on a video that was done by Brother Panic, finally coming out and talking about. And when I say finally, I just mean that I wanted him to come out, somebody to come out and say something, because I'm talking about the Bobby Hemmitt, being dead rumors. I've been hearing that for a while. I didn't want to make a video or say anything about it because I really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was weird that nobody was coming out to be like and dead in it, but he finally did, and it was, of course, a very informative video. Brother Panic, if you don't know who he is, he's a occultist and metaphysician, and he's a damn sure good one. I've learned a lot watching this brother. I remember the first time I discovered Brother Panic. I couldn't stop watching his things for some reason. I just couldn't stop listening to the shit that he was dropping, and I've learned a lot from it. I'm planning to take his class, but it's just that I'm in school right now. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna take his class, man, because there's other things that I want to understand. But Bobby Hemmitt, man, I remember the first time I heard Bobby Hemmitt's teachings, man, I was like, what the hell is this? He was saying some things like, woo! If you were Christian and you came out of Christian home, Nation of Islam, a lot of these doctrines, and you heard Bobby Hemmitt for the first time, you was like, man, what the... Nah, that shit sound crazy as hell. He said so much things that went over your head when you first heard him. And I don't think he needs to come out and start lecturing again or anything like that, because he has so much information, man. There's that that YouTube channel, Serious Media or something. They constantly putting out some Bobby Hemmitt stuff, and it's amazing how fucking it's still relevant. You know what I'm saying? And some of that shit was done like 10 years ago, so, and it's still relevant. But if you watch the video Panic did, he was going in like, y'all leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk about that anymore, and he just want to live his life. And I understand that. But jumping from the people perspective, I think what's happening, man, a lot of people, is always asking for him, because I think Bobby Hemmitt teachings reveals itself, in time. When I first heard like the Baphomet, I grew up in a Christian home, and all these, I'm like, man, it was just, I had to, how long it took me to pass that fear stage of even studying things like, our African science, like voodoo and magic and shit like this, because you grow up in that Christian home, and that's a no-no. You was taught that's not a no-no. You don't fuck around with that shit, right? So breaking out of that, it's a very tough stage, man. But I think his teachings reveals itself after in time, and you're like, oh shit, this is what he's talking about, man. That shit is true. After time, in time, you see that what he was saying is true. He's real ahead of his time, and a lot of his shit that he was spitting, he was real ahead of his time. Some shit, it was like, wow, it was like the total opposite that you grew up believing. And you grew up so many years, man. Some people find consciousness when they're in their 20s. I didn't find that until I was in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? But the point is this, man. I'm glad the video was done, and that those those rumors and shit like that. And Bobby Hemmitt, man, he was that's what I think was happening. The people are starting to see that a lot of stuff he was saying was on point, and now they want him to make another video. They want him to do another lecture and come out and speak, because it was like, wow, he was real ahead of his time. And of course, like black people, we start uplifting, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? He dropped a lot of stuff. It was, for me, it was just at the time, it was like, I'm like, I always be like, what if he's wrong? What if he's wrong? What if he's wrong telling us to go there or go to the dark side, and all this shit. Still thinking those things mean like conjuring and all this stupid shit. And so, and when you really get an understanding of it, you're like, okay, it's all about the fucking subconscious mind. That's it. Anyway, man, thank you guys for watching. What y'all think about Bobby Hemmitt? Has he like touched, your life? Learn anything from him, or you was just like, man, this shit is some crazy shit. I don't know, man. I'm gonna baffle it, because we still got people in the conscious community that think going that way is the white man's way, and that's not our science. But you can trace a lot of these fucking traditions and shit back to Africa, Egypt. You see Egypt pop up everywhere when you start studying things like alchemy and all these things. It's always Egypt in there. So, I don't understand why we don't embrace this. I think it's still a fear in us. We're like, we don't know. We're like, no. But then you see people using it, winning. So I was like, I gotta investigate this shit. And, I don't want to do anything that I don't believe in. I don't know about. It's not good to do anything you don't understand. So to get understanding, I'm going to take his class. And I've been studying that, things like that for probably like 2 years now. Still nowhere. I'm nowhere. I still got mad shit to go. But anyway, man, what y'all think about it? Leave your comments. I really appreciate y'all chilling out with me today. Subscribe, like. If you don't do it. Really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay safe and cool out there, man. Peace.